Hey everybody, it's Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard of Test Automation. Let me get this out of right here. The Dark Arts Wizard of Test Automation, AI-driven test automation. I'm a little bit of a practical joker, a little bit of a fun guy to hang around. Yes, I am my mushroom. All right, we are going to go and continue on from what we did yesterday. If you don't remember yesterday, if you haven't watched the video, then let me kind of get you a little up to speed. So we are looking at Best Buy, and we are trying to see if we could do automation using no code and no page objects model, no objects, no classes, no CSS, no XPath, all that stuff. And we are essentially looking at our test cases over here. Here is our test cases. I'm going to get rid of that, and we'll take a look at what we started with over here. This is how easy it was. And it was to take a look over here. Now, I'm going to pause over here while you're watching. You might be watching the recorded version of it, and that's absolutely perfectly okay. Can I ask you a favor? Just a little favor. If you like what you see here, if you think this is cool, would you share it with your friends? Share it on your thing over there. Share it at anything, wherever you're at. If you're on LinkedIn, if you're on X, if you're on YouTube, if you're watching this. Do me a favor. Just go and share it with anybody. Because right now, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I am stretching time out because I've got zero eyeballs looking at me right now, and usually it takes about 2 minutes for eyeballs to start appearing. And so in those 2 minutes, I generally do something kind of silly or fun. Maybe I'll put on a Batman mask and say, hey, I'm Batman, and I can automate all the criminals out there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that one. I already had the floating hand come by thing, lend a hand thing. There he goes. All right. Good boy. Good boy. And I'll tell you some of the cool things I have gotten over the years working and doing and speaking at conferences. Like, this is the best thing. I got this from Guaranteed Rate, rate.com. And it's a fan that plugs into my my UFT, and it keeps me nice and cool, and I enjoy that. So I'm going to give a little shout out to rate.com because they did such an awesome job giving me really cool things. Now, you do know that I am a test automation architect, and guess what? We have a winner. We have one eyeball that is looking at us. I was going to mention I have my new book over here, and it's all written in invisible ink. But since we have an eyeball, somebody is watching, that means we get to get started and talk about stuff. Hopefully it is a different eyeball from yesterday. If not, this first 2 or 3 minutes is going to be maybe a little bit boring for you. I want to ask you a little question, just a little thing here. I am going to go and message. I'm going to see if I can message something in the comments over here and just, say hello. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to put it over there. See if you can see me say hello. So I just put that out there. I put it up on my YouTube, and I put it out on Twitch. And I tell you what, if you're on LinkedIn, just say hello. Hey, guess what? We just doubled our audience. Well, I got to get going here. At least one person haven't seen what I did yesterday. So let's take a look at what I did. First of all, this text, way too small. So I'm going to go and make it bigger. Okay, so this is the thing. I'm working in test automation. I am a test automation architect. I've been doing this for 25 years, maybe a little longer, depending on how you look at what I was doing before 2000. And I've been doing this, and I've been a coder. I've worked in all sorts of different languages and frameworks and stuff. And a few years ago, I came across somebody had the idea that let's just do it all in plain English. Actually, it was my idea about 15 years ago, and I was trying to do it in UFT, QTP, and I had some success with it. But I saw somebody else over here say we could do this and make it easier for you. So I'm going to show you. This is Test Rigger over here. This is my Automate Best Buy. This is the test I created yesterday. One of my eyeballs left. Oh my gosh, I talk too much. And over here, I'm looking to see and checking if I have a 48-hour flash sale. Well, let's go see if we have a 48-hour. Oh, no, the 48-hour flash sale is gone. So I'm going to go take a look at Bring on Spring. We'll try that. And I'm going to go bring this back over here. I'm going to maintain this and change it. Bring on Spring. contains bring on spring. We're going to put this up here. Bring, B-R-I-N-G, on spring, spring, using AI. Now, this is a thing to remind people. I'm going to go execute this and see if this actually runs over here. Now, yesterday, I can't remember what day it is. Yesterday, there was a 48-hour flash sale, and we were able to identify it. In fact, this is what it said over here to identify it. Oh, it just replaced it. But we'll talk a little bit about version control just as soon as this gets going, because I can actually go back to that. Now, this is chugging away over here. And in fact, I'll mention, we'll just jump to version control. It's actually under edit test case. So I'm going to go jump to the edit test case over here. And we're going to see these are the previous runs I had yesterday. I was having some success and failures, and then I finally got success after success after success. And now I just changed it up over here. But you can see, here's the screen captures. And you can also see from my very beginning, I can say compared to current version. There's something about TestRigger that's really kind of cool. We try to say, make everything as easy as possible. Now, raise your hand if you've done a git commit from a command prompt. And I'm not talking about if you've been doing it for years, because I get you. But if yesterday was the first day, you figured out how to do a commit, push, and pull, and all that stuff, that's kind of cool. I was taught the same way, and I tell you, I was instructed. There is no way I could screw it up. Guess what? I work in QA. There's lots of ways I can screw it up. And one of the first things I did was Google to learn more about this. And somebody on the YouTube channel taught me about the word force. And if you understand what force does in a git commit, well, you should be laughing hysterically right now. My manager was not laughing hysterically. Force, what it does, it means it says undo everybody else's changes and put all my changes in there. And that pretty much breaks everything. Yes, it was easy to break everything, and they taught me don't do that again. Now, I moved on to using Git GUI, Git GUI, and workbench. It's been a while, and basically it was a GUI interface, and it knew exactly what to write in there. So I was like, okay, fine, I can't screw up, and honest God, it did. I absolutely had the utmost respect for people who work with the command line interface, but I found it easier and more accurate for me to work with a GUI thing. And TestRigger does almost the same thing, I mean, even easier. It just says, here's the differences. You have this, you've added these lines, and this should look fairly familiar to anyone who's doing this. And you can also see the difference. It's in red. This has been changed from contains 48 hours. It actually says contains featured products and other things that's in there right now. And bring on spring is up there as well. I could roll back to this version. I could roll back to it very easily. If I were to click on roll back, you would see at the very top, all this stuff would change. All of it would change. And you know what it didn't change? I'm going to show you what didn't change. Check this out. It says over here, check page contains bring on spring. Now, bring on spring is here, but we do have some of this other stuff happening because TestRigger actually combines steps to be efficient. It said enter TV into find. TV is up there, and you're going to click on enter. So this is kind of a review of what I did yesterday. But the really cool thing is with AI, everyone says generative AI is the big thing. I don't agree with that. Generative AI is cool if you're able to give it a really good prompt, and very few people know how to do a good prompt to get a really good generative AI. So don't blame yourself. It's just the amount of information that is given will be a problem. Don't go yelling at the tool saying it didn't do what I said it do. It just did a drunkard's walk. No, you provided it no information. So it's going to go and do a drunkard's walk, try and test and do all sorts of things. But this is the thing I want to show you. Show extra info over here. And it says statement contains bring on spring is true because looking at the image, I can see that the Best Buy's website homepage features a prominent banner and that it clearly includes the text bring on spring with a tagline underneath that says make every space spring ready. Well, I didn't look for spring ready. It appears in yellow and white against a purple Well, let's go take a look. That cannot be possibly true. Yellow on a purple background. Make every space spring ready. Did I ask for that information? Did I? No. Would I kill to have something that could report a level of detail like that? Absolutely. All right, no, maybe I shouldn't probably broadcast. No, I would not kill somebody. I wouldn't kill anything to have that. But I would love to have that. That was something that was not available 15 years ago when I was doing this. All right, so I still have the eyeball. This may be the same eyeball from yesterday. Hello. I just want to say hi to my number one fan who's still watching over here. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go over here. And here's the thing, Mr. Eyeball, the mystery person. If you are looking at me, maybe you can find this on YouTube or you can find it on Twitch. Maybe I should share the link that's on. Let me see. Put user in a timeout band. No, I don't want to do this. That would be doing myself. I'm going to go see if I can find this over here. And maybe you can watch me over there, and then you can actually ask questions and stuff. The way you can find me is by going here. You can go to, I'm going to go say, let's go to youtube.com. It's pretty easy. It's a little bit long over here. It's YouTube. It's Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. I have enough subscribers that they gave me a unique email, so you can do that. And here it is. This is the display over here. It says go live. So if I go to the live, I now hear myself talking in my own ears. So it's a little concerning. But what you can do is that you can actually chat up here. Here's the chat. I'm going to close this and you can chat there. Hi, I am simulating a chat with myself. And there we go. Now, if I do this, I will actually see it on my. So this is it. You can put this over here. I'm going to go and close this out because I really can't talk and listen to myself talk at the same time. So that is the clue over there. I hope that helped, Mr. I have two eyeballs again. Two eyeballs. Okay, two eyeballs. I'm going to go back and show you this. If you are able to see me on YouTube, I'm going to go back over to YouTube. I'm going to do this demo one more time. Then we'll go back to the automation because I want to keep my two eyeballs looking at me, okay? It's this one right here, Day 2, Test Automation Without a Page Object Model or Code for an Hour. And I've wasted at least 15 minutes of that talking about this. If you click on this, okay? You click here and click Go Live. All right. Over here, there's a chat. And if you go to this thing, or if you go and search for find it up, you can actually participate in the chat. And oh my gosh, I've lost an eyeball because now it's made this big long thing over here. It's a mirror effect. All right, so I'm gonna stop doing that. I do have oh wait, I think the person left and went over to YouTube to go. If you did that, if one of my two eyeballs went and did that, please do me a big favor. Message me something. Say hello. I'm watching from YouTube, and that would be awesome. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on that. And if you did that, that would be awesome. I'm going to go back over here and kind of mention this. Like I said, this was going through the details of doing an AI validation, and I wanted to say that it doesn't say bring on spring on the page. And it says, looking at the page, it says it can see it. It says there's a banner. It includes bring on spring. There's a tagline. And it says, make every space spring ready. And it's yellow on white against the purple background in the main area. And the statement is referring to content that's visibly present in the screenshot. Absolutely. And it's there. You can see it in the screenshot I did over here. It's kind of cool. So I was mentioning about version control. So what I can do is I can go over here to edit test case. And what I try to do, I've lost one of my eyeballs. I'm sorry. I only got one eyeball. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see if, crossing my eyes actually makes things, more people show up. No, it will not. This is how we do version control. These are all my previous runs, the runs from yesterday. And as I was mentioning, I can compare to the current version. I can roll back to this and I can say, yeah. Oh, did I just break it? Did I just change everything? If I go view steps, I only had 3 steps. I know the previous one had more than 3 steps. I only had 3 steps. I've lost everything. Oh my gosh, no, I haven't lost everything. This is everything that was there. And I can do compare to current version. It says, this is what you have before. This is what you have now. I want to roll back to this. Do I want to roll back to that? Yes, I want to roll back to that. Check it out. All my steps are back. This is the interesting thing about version control. Make it easy as possible. Just roll it back. You mess it up, roll it back again. It's really, really cool. All right, so I mentioned that, and we're going to go a little bit more about what test cases I was doing yesterday. I next went over here, and I was trying to enter a phone, and let's see, what was I doing? Let me do a quick edit over here. I'm going to enter a phone. I want to click on this stuff over here and click an element to the left of ready for pickup and verify that the page has 549 on it. Now, that is not an AI validation. That's a really fast validation. This is what it said over here. It was there. It took about, 3 seconds to check the page was built and validated. And somewhere on this screen, we should see, there it is, 549 is exactly what we were looking for. Check page contains 549. There's our 549. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you are on watching me either from YouTube or Twitch, if you happen to be watching me, one eyeball, you can give me a URL. You can send one to me. I am absolutely open to going to some strange website. Just make it, keep it clean, okay? All right. Going to some strange website and attempting to perform an automation. If you have a website that you would like to promote on this live channel over here, this live broadcast, you can do it. Throw it over here. Send me a message, and I will do it live for you over there. If, on the other hand, you are attempting to send me a message and it's not working, you're like, Paulie, you're not responding to me. I'll tell you a little secret. My wife was watching this a couple of weeks ago, and she was trying to send messages, and it wasn't coming through, and she was mad at me. She is the most wonderful person in the world, I will tell you that. And it was only afterwards I realized I wasn't seeing it. So right now, I can tell you, I can see messages coming in from YouTube or from Twitch. So hop on over there and send me a message. Say hello. Be friendly. I have one eyeball. All right, I'm going to go and close this out. And we're going to go, let's go retest that. We'll send that off to go retest. And then the last thing I did was this cool. This was the coolest thing ever. All right. I have this site this is going over and is going to try to create an account with different superheroes. I'm going to continue on with this because we only got one superhero up there and done. And I don't think it was really clear on exactly how I pulled that little trick off. So we had Deadpool over here. Now I need to have the last name. I need to have the email address and the password. Let me see if I can go and find. Let's see. So I'm going to find my Excel. I want to go find the superheroes CSV. There we are. And it's coming up somewhere. Somewhere I have it. There it is. Okay, here we go. There's my superheroes. Here's the first name, their status, who they work for, and the names of the top row. Superhero status, real name, and email is exactly what you use. It's going to be, this is the only thing that's actually case sensitive. It's these become variables. So I'm going to go and put in the email for each one of these. So what is it? We're going to put in email. We're going to go enter the email in here. I'm going to show you how freaking easy this is. I'm going to go and quick edit, and I'm going to put in email over here. I'm going to copy this just for speed, and I'm going to say, I want to put in X of this. Let's put this over here, and we're going to put this email into, how about email? I'm going to give that a shot. Is there anything else I want to try to put? I'm going to hit update and retest. So now all the email that comes from this is going to go in there. Now, keep in mind, this is going to give us a whole bunch of executions over here. You'll see this is, I'm going to go back off a little bit so you can see these guys over here. They're just going to add another line under here that's populating. So I'm going to go back over to our test case and see if we're executing. And if we are, we might have enough time to see this actually executing in real time. So let me go click on this. And you might be able to see how this works when we have multiple test cases executing. So this one is the, oh, I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed the wrong one. All right, we did, and we did actually have a failure. So I need to take a look at what the failure was that occurred here. Oh, not all of them worked. Some of them failed, and we have to take a look at those and see exactly what was going on there. So Deadpool, did Deadpool put in the email? Deadpool put in the email. It did. That's good. So if I go to view execution, I don't really want to, let's see. This is our execution over here. We can see this chugging away. I can see these things. I cannot believe that I am getting a phone call in the middle of this, and I'm going to take that phone and put it downstairs. What a wonderful, terrible time for someone to be trying to call me. All right, took care of them. We did this. Okay, it's kind of small, so I'm going to go zoom in, and here it is. I want to put in the superhero into the first name, Hulk, and enter the email. Hulk is Hulk Smash. No, it's not Hulk Smash. Okay, Hulk at Avengers.com. And over here, we can see this. Now, it's interesting that this worked in some of these, but some of them failed. So I want to take a look and see exactly what exactly failed on this, because I'm curious to see what happened over here. So let's go take a look at our failures. What happened over here? It said it was unable to find something called account. So, yeah, I don't see account on there. But over here, we did have account there. Let me go to the right. Do I see? Look at that. It's not there. Now, how do you handle this? How do you handle that the page doesn't have account over there? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to handle that. It's going to be with dynamic weights. We're not going to wait around. So I got one eyeball over there watching me. All right, Mrs. One Eyeball. I'm going to go over here, and we are going to go and change that test case. And we're going to wait for that to appear. So here we go. I'm going to go quick edit this, and I want to say, check. I'm going to say, wait for page to contain account. In fact, let's say wait up to, let's say 30. I'll wait 30 seconds. Up to 10 seconds. I'm going to say wait 500 milliseconds up to 10 seconds until account is visible. I think that's pretty easy. And now I was going to check and parse it, see if I wrote it correctly. If I did, it comes up green. So here we are. We're going to go and check that out. Now, in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for that to be visible before we go after it. And let's go check it out. We're going to check out this run. This is my old run. I bet you the exact same thing happened when we did it under the other one, like Captain America. I bet you Captain America. Yep. Well, there's a count over there, but I think the screen capture happened right as the count occurred. So I'm going to go and take a look at this. This is in progress, and we're going to go take a look and see what's going on over here. Deadpool already said he had until it's visible. Okay, that's on me. That's on me because it was checking multiple times on that. It did find account. So we're going to make one more validation change on this. I'm going to say, we're going to do this. Check account is visible. We're going to do that. Now that's going to be a 30-second check by default. Not the entire 30 seconds is it going to go through it. It's going to sit there up to 30 seconds, but if it finds it in less than 30 seconds, then it'll immediately go to it. So if it's there in half a second, it goes, okay, next page, I saw account. I'm going to go click on it, and we're going to see what that does. So I'm waiting on this to go and chug away over here. That says it's opening the first page, which means it's got the version over there, and it is going to be running all these in parallel. Hopefully, if I'm fast enough, I should be able to show all of these going off at the same time. And if I go to the run view, there it is. And zoom back a little bit, and we can see how things are going. Things are going fairly well. Wait a second. It did not like the last validation. What did it not like? Here's something else I'm going to show you that's kind of cool. Most automation frameworks, how is it that this kept going? Most automation frameworks you're working with, they have what they call a hard assert, which means, hey, if one thing failed, it's going to stop right there. If I had 3 failures going on in a particular test, you would want to know all of those in one run. Why would you want to run one test and get your first failure of 3 and the other 2 you didn't see, then fix that and then run it again and see the second one and stop and miss the third, and then run it again and see the third and realize that I like soft asserts. Any automation framework I build, I do a soft assert, which means if the element that I'm validating, if I'm validating something and it fails, I keep going as far as I can. The idea being, if I'm validating an address on a page, I want to validate my first name, my last name, my address, my state, my zip code. Okay? I don't want to be running the test case again and again for each one that failed. I want to know all those fails. The only time that I do what we call a hard assert is if I can't find the button to click. Now check it out. There's a hard assert right over here. Look what happened. It was saying I'm trying to find the button account. And you know why you can't find the button account? Because there is a random pop-up going over here saying, we would like your feedback. And I would love to click no thanks on that. Wouldn't you? I would like to click no thanks automatically. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add that. I got 2 eyeballs watching me, so you guys better watch pretty closely to see how this magic works. Anyone who works in test automation knows exactly what I'm about to do. It is called applying a hook into the framework. And I'm going to go and put a hook in there. So I want to click thanks. I'm going to go with that. Click thanks. If I see thanks, click thanks. I like that one. All right, this is the way I'm going to go do it. We're going to go back over to our test cases, and I'm going to go over here to my reusable rules, and I'm going to create a new rule called RR close pop-up. Okay? And what I'm going to do is say click thanks. Ain't that cool? How easy is that? I'm going to go down to this super secret thing here called auto apply, and I want to define the number of times that it's applied just once if it works. And I'm going to say check page contains hello. I want to put in the right one over here. I'm not a touch typist. My 2 eyeballs. Thank you so much for joining and watching this. I appreciate it. If you like what you're seeing and you see it over here, please do me a favor. Hit me a thumbs up, a like, all that stuff. If you see it on YouTube, Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard, you can find me there. If you happen to be watching on YouTube, you can send messages to me. I've got a few minutes left, and I would love to test a unknown website. So if you want to send me a website, and in fact, you could send it to me and not tell me who you are. You could absolutely, I'm good with privacy. But if you want to send me a website, I will put it in here and I'll have Test Rigger go through it. And we'll do the 5 validations as much as I can. Navigate to your site, go and validate something exists. Click on a button, enter a value, and select something from a list if I can find those. So that's your challenge for today. And if you like this, I'm going to be here all week. So keep an eyeball on wherever you saw me. And I'm going to be here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, maybe over the weekend, showing more and more stuff. So tell your friends. All right, let's get back to this. This is a reusable rule hook. It executes implicitly. It means you don't have to type it in. Between every step that I've got of every test, it's going to go, hey, did you see the this thing here? And so we're going to say check thanks is visible. And I'm going to go save. Hopefully I did that right. Label. Oh, the label. I have to put a label up here. So it's our closed property pop-up. I'm going to put that in there. We're going to save it one more time. And there's nothing to replace. It got inserted. That this is all okay. So I'm happy with that. And now what you'll see when I run this again, you're going to see the RR close pop-up execute. So we're going to go back to our test cases, and hopefully that will clear out the test cases as they execute. So I'm going to go over here. Let's see if I've got the test cases I must have seen that in a previous run, but we're still going to try and run it again. We're going to retest. You could retest a combination. You could just say, hey, I only want to retest Black Widow because it failed, or retest just failing test cases. It's kind of cool. But I'm going to retest the whole darn thing. Let me take a look at this end and see if there's anything that I could put. There's last name. Well, I don't actually have last name in there, but I'm going to put in, well, let's go use something here. We're going to go edit. We're going to enter a last name over there. Sound good? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go find my superhero thing over here, the superhero, this one, last name. So I tell you what, I'll make their first name, real name, and last name is superhero. Sound good? First name is real name, last name is superhero. All right, let's do that. First name is real name, and then last name is superhero. All right, I'm going to put this in here like this, and we're going to say it's going to be real name. I believe it's real, R-E-A-L, capital R, name, capital N, and then into first name. We'll do that first. If I do first, they won't find it. I misspelled it. All right, there we go. I'm going to go and tell you what, I'm going to go put a wait in here. I'm going to say wait 5 seconds. The reason I'm doing this, by the way, never do this, okay? Never do this hard-coded wait, okay? We all know why, because it just makes it go longer. I'm doing this wait for 5 seconds so that it slows it down so I can show you what it looks like when you execute in parallel. In parallel is the one word I did not come up with as I was sitting here trying to talk. By the way, you can watch videos of this whole thing executing. Ain't that cool? Check this out. This is the execution of the test case. And I'm just going to hit the play over here. And we're going to go, there's our pages. And then we are going and clicking on this. We're going to go click on that stuff. And while I'm talking about this, I bet you my test case is probably almost all the way over. So I'm going to go and see if I can click on this over here. I do hope my two eyeballs are enjoying all this. And I did it so fast again that it went so fast. Look at this. Everything passed. Now, did I come across anything where it randomly popped up and asked me a question? No. So we never executed that hook on that. But I'm going to go keep this around this size. And I'm going to come back over here. We're going to give this a retest over here. We're going to give that one more run. I'm very happy that it played out, that it successfully ran. It's cool. I've got about 18 minutes left. So I'm going to go put another command in saying, what URL do you want me to test? I'm going to put that over there in my chat. And so that went out onto my Twitch and out to my YouTube. I would really love to know where my two eyeballs are watching from. And like I said, if you're watching from either one, if you're seeing me on my Twitch channel or if you're seeing me on YouTube, shout out and say, hey, I want to see this. I want to see you automate this one test because I don't believe you can do this. All right, so here is all of my guys over here. I'm going to stop yammering. I'm going to go to the execution. Hopefully this makes a pretty good point that all of these things are executing in parallel. And that is, I think, our last step that's actually executing over there. And it just finished up. So you kind of saw the last one over there. And did we come across any pop-ups? None of the pop-ups. The pop-up isn't generating. Well, I'm glad I got the pop-up, but this is also a good thing. It's the second time I've run all these things, and they have all passed. Of course, we don't believe that when we see it, right? You got to see the evidence over there. So I'm going to go back over here. Look, I got Wade Wilson, who's Deadpool, right? And I got Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure Vincent Strange is going to send me to an alternate universe for revealing that he is Doctor Strange. You should change your name. Why does everyone have names that start with the same letter? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And we got a third eyeball joining in for the last 20 minutes. Third eyeball. Thank you very much for joining. Just do a shout out to you guys because I'm kind of new at this, if you can't tell, because I don't have any wonderful music going on here. But the third eyeball, any one of the eyeballs, if you want to see me test any URL, we are live. I'm seriously, you joined on a live session. And if you are on Twitch or if you are on YouTube, you can go and send me a message and say, hey, I want to see this URL done because I've only got 15 minutes before I get off lunch and I got to go back and do, my work. I would love to say that I do work, but I don't do work because I love what I do. I found what I love all the time. I found my passion 25 years ago, and I'm still doing it. And I enjoy the heck out of it. I'm the Dark Arts Wizard named Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard Test Automation. Today we are looking at a codeless test automation framework called TestRigger. And all you need to do is wait 5 seconds. So we waited 5 seconds. It gave me a long enough time. Don't do this. Don't do a hard code waits, please. Don't go around and say, Paul, you told me to do a hard code away. No, I did not. I just did it for a demo. All right. There is Bruce Banner, starting with the same letter. We have Eric O'Grady, who breaks the chain there by going by his Ant-Man. And guess what? I got one person responding. I'm not sure if they can say it. As I said, I'm going to keep this private. But I'm not sure exactly what you're asking me to do. It has something to do with streamboo.com. Oh, I got you. You want me to go to streamboo.com? You got it, man. Let's do this. We're going to Streamboo. All right. I'm going to close this up because I think that's good enough to do over here. I'm going to go back over to my test cases over here. And just for fun, I'm just going to add this as a test case over here. We're going to test streamboo.com. We will do that. All right. First of all, I got to find out if I'm going to be kicked off of something for going to Streamboo. I'm going to go pull this over here and see what Streamboo is. Dude, I'm getting a warning on this, and in French, no less. Let me double check and see. Maybe I misspelled what you're asking me to do. STREAM. ST. I'm going to try this because I know you can't see it because I don't want to put it up there and say, dude. B2. Is it possible you meant stream boom or something like that? Okay. I'm going to go put more of this in here. There was a little bit more that I was given. Maybe it's just that. We're going to see what comes up. Well, we do have it's not really doing anything kind of cool here. Let me try it again. I'm a little disappointed because I would just love to go to the front of it, and I'm really not getting. Let's see what I got over here. No, I hate to tell you this, brother. Site could be risky. I can't do it. Can't do it, man. I appreciate you doing it, and I appreciate the two eyeballs looking at me. If you have another website, absolutely, I'm gonna go to it. But I gotta protect my computer, man. I can't go to suspicious websites over there. I'm gonna assume I mistyped something. Maybe it's stream boom or something like that. It's on me. I've mistyped something. So let's continue back on over here. I wonder what stream boom is. Yeah, let's see if somebody came up with www.streamboom.com. Let's see. Does anybody have this website? They thought it would be cool to have that. Look at this. Look at this, dude. Look at that. And it's got Dr. Strange. I think that's you. I think you meant Stream Boom. Okay. Let's go with that, buddy. Brah. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to go to Stream Boom. All right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, how would we type this? I want to open that URL. Open URL and give it Stream Boom like that. And add and run. We're going to do that. Okay. I see a chat opening up, and it's in a language I don't speak. I need a translation on this, man. Oh, my gosh. I'm pretty sure I'm getting a message from the person who asked me to go do this. And I can't read it. It's in a language I don't read. Oh man, I need to find the translation thing on my browser, and I can't. I don't have time for it So we're gonna go and try and. Oh nope, 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 nope. Cancel, 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 cancel. Thank you very much. We're gonna go put in. It's gonna be Stream Boom, not Stream Boo. Okay, update and retest on that. There we go. All right. Second there, I thought I saw it didn't have the M. All right, so we're restarting that. Okay, give it a shot. While we're there, I'm going to go take a look, and I'm going to close this little thing down here. Okay, because I don't know what it's saying. This is Stream Boom, and I'll click on something. It's all in Russian. I think it's Russian. I'm not Russian. If it's not Russian, I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody. If I go and click, let's see, that. Oh, it wants to verify I'm human. Guess what? Here's a little tip for everybody who's watching over here. My two little eyeballs. If you get a verification that, verify you're a human, if you're getting that verification and you're in a manual testing site, you should go and whitelist your IP, your company IPs with your testing site, because you should not be spending time trying to solve this sort of stuff. I think this is asking me to log in. So I understand. Now I know this says log in. All right, cool. By the way, I'm curious. Any chance that behind the scenes it actually says log in? Let's go full screen over here for a second. And I'm going to go do this. We only have a few minutes left over here. And I'm going to go. So I think my time is actually up. I think it's been an hour, 15 more minutes. And if I go over here and I go and take a look at this and I go and highlight over this, what do we see? Does something say login? Because look, it does say submit. So here's what I'm going to do. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm going to click submit. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go over here. What did I click to get here? What did I click? What did David do? What did David do? Yes. I believe. I'm going to click submit here. So I'm going to click submit twice. Sounds good. I like it. Sounds like a plan. Let's go for it. Submit. We're going to click quick edit. And even though it's in Russian, I'm going to say click submit. And then I'm going to go say click submit again. And then I want to verify that I get an error message. We'll go see if that happens. I'm going to go click submit. Okay, log in and log in. And please fill out this field. What does this say? Oh, that's our message down here. So it's going to say it wants to please fill out this field. I'm going to go say check page contains. I'm going to use contains. Please fill out this field. Well, let's see. I'm going to say OCR this time, just to take a whack at it. You can use OCR, you can use AI, or you can just use the straight up text. And tomorrow, since I'm kind of running out of time, tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about how to use the recorder and also live mode in order to do the exact same thing. I may do it at the end of this one. Let's go take a look. I'm going to go hit retest on this. And I see. My problem was I named it string boom. That's what I saw. That worried me out. So I'm going to have that up. That will update momentarily. And there it is. It says stream up, boom. All right. So it's going over here. Here's one of the things is that if you happen to have a page. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. If I happen to have a page that is got a spinner on it, you don't have to write anything that says, hey, go look for the spinner. It automatically will look for the spinner. Look at this. I've gone down to just one eyeball. It means lunch is over for at least one person. All right. So I'm going to go take a look at submit over there. And I think I misspelled it. All right. Going to a Russian, I'm going to have to figure this one out because I think what I can do is this. Let me go over to, we'll go over to that site. We'll go to Stream Boom. Okay. since I'm fairly confident of it now. And I'm just going to put in the Russian wording that's up there. And I'm going to do that by going and inspecting this page. And I'm going to go and click on this. And I'm going to go click on that word there, which is what I'm trying to hit. And I'm going to go and bring this up here, bring it up here. And that does say login. So you know what? Let's say login. Okay, my bad. I should have just done with that in the first place. Right? Paulie should have done that. Yeah, I get you. We're going to quick edit that and say login. Login. Doesn't need to be in Russian. I'm getting messages again. I need to really have my thing translate. We're going to go and hit update and retest. All right. So I'm going to do streamboom.com, clicking submit. And instead of submit, I'm going to click login. We are chugging away, opening up our first test. There we go. And there's our login. That's what we're going to do. Again, I was saying it will automatically look for spinners and la-da-da. And that does bring us over here to Cloudflare. Can you please verify that you are a real person? And so this is basically asking me, verify your, what if I say click verify? Huh? What do you think is going to happen? Click login. It's the first login, and it's before the second login. So I'm going to say, click element to the left of verify. That's going to be that checkbox. Let's try that and see what happens. I'm going to update and retest. One of the other cool things I can do is I can also take this into, man, all the spam calls are coming in today. Well, we're not answering that. I'm going to say I can't talk to you right now. Right in the middle of this. Why? I don't know. Mr. One Eyeball, Mrs. One Eyeball, maybe you can answer that for me. All right. We're going over here. And look, we have this over here. And it is going to attempt to click on it. And then I think it's going to say can't find the button. So it found verify. Oh, there are two of them. Verify you are human. I can do this exactly. Okay, I can do that. Let's do this. We'll change this to say, verify you are human. And I'm going to say to the left of exactly. See, this is how relative element location is. There's no elements being dot attached to this, dot attached to that. But just for fun, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to check out live mode. We're going to go into a debug session. Now, you could go to live mode and it'll just have an empty text. But if you go to debug on this, what will happen is that it will copy all of your test case and do that. Now, again, one of the points I was saying is you should whitelist yourself. I can't whitelist myself with StreamBoom to prove that I am a human. It is not going to pass. I do not expect it to pass. Okay? But that is one of the things that verify you are human. I believe I'm going to say there's got to be an extra space in there, or that is just an image. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go and debug this. That's how we're going to do it. Again, I don't use this to log in through CAPTCHA or Cloudflare. Absolutely not. It's designed to keep black hats out. I'm a white hat if I'm on the internal side. Who knows what I am if I'm the external side? So I hope you do understand that. All right, here we go. This has gotten me in here, and then this is going to take a few seconds. Now, it takes longer to launch this than it does to run the test because there's a bunch of extra stuff on the inside that goes in. It's not too much longer, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, but here we are. I'm going over to Best Buy. That's our landing page. And I am going to go and do an execute and have it go over to StreamBoom like this. There it is. All right. And I'm going to have it click login. There's our login. It just highlighted it. And then it wants me to verify that I am human. All right. But we're going to stop over here. Okay. It stops because I couldn't find that element. So here's the cool thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go click on this. And what does it say? It says click this element. So I'm going to do this, take this guy, exit, and I'm going to put it up there. Now, I'm not a big fan of trying to click on something that has random numbers and elements on it. There's better ways of doing this. We can certainly find verify. We could even say, I'm going to execute this and see if I can click it. Does it do it? Does it? There are many different ways to solve this. So let me do this. Let me take a look. Yeah, it didn't like it. It says I couldn't find it because it's probably randomly changed it because it's Cloudflare is very smart. But here's what we could do. I could say hover second verify. Oops, hello. Second verify you are human. Let me see what happens then. Let me go execute that and see what we get. Tomorrow we're going to go find another site and we're going to go see if we can do that. Okay. We're going to accept that. I'm going to say using OCR. I'm going to execute that. You can try with OCR. See if the OCR picks it up. It says there's 1 or 2. Okay, we're going to try it a different way using hover. I'm going to say click. Verify you're human using AI. Oh, wait a second. It's updating. All right, I'm going to try this again. We're going to use the AI and see if we can click on verify you're human and see. I may have to describe to the AI that I'm looking for this one, not this one, which is exactly what I have to do. Check box. Check box to the left of verify you are human. We're going to let that execute and see how smart. Now, here's the thing about AI. The thing about it is that AI is either dumber than a box of rocks or it knows everything. And the truth isn't really either one of those. It's somewhere in the middle, about 80%. 80% of the time, it's going to figure out exactly what you want, what it's going to do for you. I'm going to say this. This is what's happening. Cloudflare is very good at keeping out automated tools. So I'm going to say this ain't a failure. The Cloudflare is doing exactly what it's supposed to do by attempting to keep out people. I really want to have to validate this. So I'm going to do one other validation over here. And I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to say check page. This may blow your mind. Contains a WordPress logo. There's a WordPress logo right there. I'm going to using AI. Like that, execute. And we're going to see if we can pick up on that. If we get a green, it will take a few extra seconds. The more complex you make it, the more time it takes for it to do it. Since this is an image, that's going to take a little more time, but you could do the exact same thing. So check page contains image out there. And look at this. This went green. I love this. It says somewhere on here, says there's an AI. Let me click on this and go over here. That's a source. Contains the page using AI. I am going to finish this session and hit confirm. At least I can verify the image is there. And that's my alarm saying I've been doing this for about an hour, so I'm going to wrap this up. Let's go back to my last execution. I want to look at this. This is going to absolutely blow your mind. This is saying contains the WordPress logo using AI. I'm going to go open this up, go to the extra information over here, and take a look what it says over here. Contains extra. It's true because looking at the screenshot, I can see a circular W logo at the top of the page next to streamboom.com, which is indeed the WordPress logo. And it commonly uses this distinct logo as its brand mark, and it appears prominently in the header section of the Cloudflare security section. Does that blow your mind? My one little eyeball? Or anyone else who's watching the recording later, I hope you enjoyed this. That is just the amazing things that can be done If you do have a website that does not have the CAPTCHA or involved in it, let me know. Save it up for watching it for tomorrow. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to do this again and have a little bit more fun. If you have a site that is, you can go anywhere, a little bit more exciting than Google. I can do Google. It's not that hard. Anybody can do Google. But any particular website that you can navigate around, please check it out. See if you can do it. See if there's any directions you want, and see if I can do it with AI. Please keep in mind when you're using AI, it takes a lot of processing power. So try to find elements by their descriptions first before going to something like AI or going to optical character recognition to do what you want to do. Everybody, hey, I've been Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard. Thank you to my 3 eyeballs who are watching over here, and the recommendation to go and check out streamboom.com. And I will catch you tomorrow. Keep an eyeball wherever you saw me looking. Keep the eyeball looking, and check me out on YouTube. Share with your friends. Copy the link. Hit share and subscribe and all that stuff. Thank you very much. Have yourself a great day.